i.e. things that go above and beyond core business. This is the implication, but that's not what he means. He means that their core business themselves, i.e. supplying society with good, cheap, innovative products and services, reliability, that this is their basic mandate, and their job is to efficiently carry out their core business. And once you've got your head around this idea, it becomes quite difficult to decide what to do next. We begin with all of the things we require of companies to sponsor park benches, support football clubs, and everything in between. A CEO of a listed company said that when he took on his job, these social activities were something he had examined and analyzed, and he said he came up with a figure of over 700 different activities of this kind. Support here, support there, sponsoring here, sponsoring there, over 700 such activities. But back to this idea of the main mandate of companies doing their core business. And what does this have to do with earning money? Well, for companies to be able to fulfill this mandate as best as possible, they need to have incentives. Because the mandate alone isn't enough. To get some efficiency into the whole process, you have to have incentives. And this is the whole point of this alleged license to earn money, i.e. it is an incentive to ensure that they fulfill the mandate society gives them efficiently, sustainable profit maximization under conditions of competition is not a privilege in a market economy, but rather a duty, because companies ought, do this best. They can thus ensure the well-being and solidarity of everyone better than any other alternative strategy, and therefore they do not need to demonstrate gratitude. The executive management has to do everything it can to pursue sustainable profit-making and therefore public well-being. The vision involved here is one that looks at the concept of responsibility, social responsibility. This is a new definition. It's not one that we find, and I've been looking at the literature quite a lot in the last 2 or 3 years, and one of my students wrote a dissertation on this concept, which is currently, or it's about to be published, hasn't been published yet. But what we're talking here about is the responsibility to act, the responsibility of a company for specific decisions and the consequences of these actions, i.e. the consequences that are the direct consequences that are controlled by the company itself. Everything that goes above and beyond this can only be justified in reference to this objective, this mandate. But we know from the previous considerations that good decisions and their consequences depend on conditions that companies themselves cannot control or not alone, namely the regulatory framework in which they are working. Now, in your classic model, which I've described as the third model, i.e. competition with a regulatory framework, means that it is the state that bears the responsibility for shaping these conditions. And Milton Friedman was assuming this, and social responsibility of business is business, he said. But he was assuming this model. However, if we look at this in historic terms, what we find is that this world has never been such that all moral problems could be sorted out within the regulatory framework, or that this regulatory framework was the same from country to country. In globalization, this is not the case. There's no world regulatory framework, and in many countries, there's no regulatory framework at all, or at least not one that works properly. So we've never had this world, and under conditions of globalization, we cannot assume that we will have one either. And this means that companies have a new additional responsibility, namely the responsibility, or perhaps we should describe it as the co-responsibility for the conditions of their entrepreneurial actions. And these conditions are manifested in economic order. So companies are increasingly becoming responsible for the order in which they act, not just for their actions. And what's decisive here is that this growth is not justified normatively, but rather economically. But they're two sides of the same coin, because it is in their own interest, i.e. to pursue sustainable profit-making, and thus they must try to ensure that there is an appropriate regulatory framework for their entrepreneurial activities, and they must push for this in their political events as well. In the Ethics Commission, where there were a number of members of the corporate world represented, where there was discussion about what regulatory framework is necessary to ensure energy supply, for example, in the country. The companies had to get involved in this whole debate. And this is true nationally, particularly in the area of energy supply and healthcare sector, but also internationally when it comes to efforts made regarding the observance of human rights, the establishment of a rule of law in individual countries, combating corruption, labor protection, environmental and climate protection, financial market regulation, and combating poverty, diseases, child mortality, and migration. Now, no individual can solve all of these problems. These are regulatory problems. Unfortunately, now the speaker has gone away from the microphone, but he has realized that he cannot be heard. I would like to share something with you. Harold Schaffer, one of my colleagues who has unfortunately since passed on, he was an economist in Hamburg, brother of the Bremen Mayor Henning Schaaf. He had a small scholarship in the mid-50s when he was studying, which gave him the opportunity to travel through India, which was very, very unusual at the time. And he came into a small Indian city with 100,000 inhabitants then, checked into his hotel room, and the next morning when he wanted to go out and look at the city, he wanted to go down to breakfast, opened the door, and there was a baby in front of his door. Imagine that. A 24-year-old student, Harold Schaaf. He was completely hopeless. He ran to the manager and said, "There's a baby in front of my door. What am I going to do? What's going on?" And he said, "Well, the mother just couldn't feed her baby, and so she rejected it. She just put it to in front of your door. But something has to be done," says this German social market economy in his mind. And at the end of the day, this discussion went back and forth, and the manager said, "Well, right at the other end of the city, there is some kind of a church-driven, church-run home." Now, our man Harold was also a Protestant, and he really liked these people. And the manager continued and said, "Children who've been rejected can be sent there. If you take them there, give them $50, then this house will look after them until they're 14, and then they can manage to survive on their own." So Harold Schaaf, of course, took the baby, took it to this home, pulled out $50, which was a little bit tricky on his shoestring budget, but went back home to his hotel in the evening, completely satisfied with himself. And the next morning, 30 babies were in front of his door. Somebody decided, perhaps, that he was a rich American or something like that. When he told this story, he was still visibly shocked by what he had experienced. I sat in front of him and he just said, "I ran out of town as fast as I possibly could." So systemic problems, structural problems cannot be solved by acts of charity carried out by individuals. That is what I'm trying to say. And I think that companies must get involved in this problem. And I don't think this has anything to do with lobbyism either. I think Mr. Bäumer in his talk will have taken a clear position against lobbyism and immoral behavior. When is it not lobbyism if you involve companies, you may ask? But I believe that it isn't lobbyism if companies contribute, and they must contribute because they know better than all other organizations in society, better than the government, how you can organize such processes efficiently. Only companies can do this, and they must do this. So it isn't lobbyism, I believe, if they contribute publicly and transparently to the process, because public lobbyism is a contradiction in terms. So public and transparent. Naturally, individual companies are often overburdened with this task, but also small and medium-sized companies can contribute through their associations, their trade organizations, and other organizations in this process. The regulatory framework is too important for us to leave it up to politicians alone. And now the next step, expanding our concept of responsibility.